Alright guys, here we are back with another video. I have about 3 kolos for you guys. I haven't really been playing that much because I've had a lot going on with work and life and things like that. I will be trying to bring a lot more to the channel, a lot more videos, and show you guys the type of builds that I've been going for. So here we have a Foggernaut. I'm a Foggernaut versus a Craw. Now the build that I have is a pushback build. Now since the update, they have added some nice moves and some buffs to the fog or steamer, whatever you want to call them. That gives him a lot more avenues to deal damage in that way, a lot more than he had before. So this current build is just straight earth pushback. It's just the earth pushback, very nice, has a significant amount of damage. I like it a lot. So first turn, Crawl deals a decent amount of damage to me. He hits me with his puny. So I'm assuming that he's going to hit me with his puny every time he can. Now barricade arrow now deals pushback damage on top of double damage. There have been a lot of changes to a lot of classes. I do a nice little breakwater onto the lifesaver just in case he decides to step up in front of me and deal damage that way. And then at this point I'm trying to look and see what I should do. I do a nice little trident on him, and I'm trying to see like what way is the best way that I can deal damage to him. So I end up just doing a harpooner right next to him and hiding behind my guardian. It heals me. He does recall beacon, buffs himself to the max, deals a nice chunk of damage to me. Did not expect that. I was expecting him to hit me with the puny that turn, which he didn't end up doing, so he loses that buff. If he would have hit me with the puny instead of a weapon, which if I were him that's what I would have done, he would have probably hit me for the same amount of damage and kept the buff that the puny has. So at this point I do a release, hits him for 460 in pushback damage and 195 in the trident damage. And now I buff myself, do 2 backwashes, which hit for 1,123 and 1,158. So the backwashes hit for decent damage. The pushback alone is hitting for 637, which is pretty nice. And at this point, he does the puny. I'm assuming he did not know that it wasn't buffed anymore. So he just basically hit me with a regular puny, decided to heal himself once, and runs away. And at this point, he has very little life left. I used that new move, which pushes the enemy and moves me up, and then I do a backwash and pretty much finishes up the fight. So that is a prime example of what a pushback fog can do. I will be showing the set, not in this video, but in the next video, guys. I also have a couple more kolos to show you on the pushback set, so I will be bringing all that in one video, probably in like 2 days or so. So in this one, I'm versing a Eka. Eka's got a crazy buff. They are, if you know how to use them, they're the new god class. It's not Osas anymore, it's now Ekas. Ekas are really nice. Mask got a decent buff as well. So this turn I messed up. I should have put the tactical turret behind, away from him, because what he does is he basically starts buffing that new move that they have You see there, he just starts buffing that new move with the attack turret. So I messed up. That is something I do have to keep an eye on. So each time he's dealing damage now, I don't know exactly how it works, but his dealing damage is buffing that move now. See, all those moves that he's doing on the attack turn are actually buffing that new move that they got. I don't exactly know the name, but so I pay attention to that. He runs away. So at that point, all he has to do is run away and keep buffing that move, and it'll eventually be a one shot. I'm not sure if they're gonna leave it like that. It is kind of crazy if they do, because it, it's like a Yop's Wrath, but like 3 times as hard, and they could do it from a distance. So it's tricky. I wonder if Ankama is going to fix that. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that. I know I do play a bit of Dofus 2.0, well 3.0 now it's called, and they don't seem to have a move like that. So I'm assuming it's like something new that they're trying to implement in Touch, something different, but we'll see if it stays for a while or not. So he runs up to me. He deals a significant amount of damage. Agi Ekkas are pretty nice. I do have 35% res to them, so that's probably the only thing that saved me in this fight. The res made me last a little bit longer than otherwise I would have. So I do that new move that Fogs have now. Deals a nice chunk of damage. It's not showing the pushback damage on that move, so that is something Ankama needs to probably fix. I do a backwash, which hits him for 992. That's pretty nice. And at this point, I'm thinking I need to heal myself and run away so that I can last a bit longer. If not, we'll be dying. So I grapple. Every turret now also costs 2 AP. It's no longer the harpooner costs 1, the attack costs 2, and the lifesaver costs 3. Every turret now costs 2 AP, so that's, I guess, pretty nice. That way you're not, every turret costs the same, so you're not forced to use 3 AP on a lifesaver, and now it just costs 2. You just got to take into account the AP that it costs now. I have messed up fights thinking that harpooner still costs 1 AP, so it does happen. At this point, I do that new move. What's it called? It's called Choppy Wake or something like that. So I do that move, deal a nice bit of damage. It's not showing the pushback again, the pushback damage that it can do. And I think I do a trident on him so that it sets myself up for next turn. So that next turn I'm able to do a full combo on him. Now by this time, I was thinking that I'm pretty much dead because he has that move that buffs over time. And I did think that it was like fully buffed by this point. I don't know how many cells or how close he needs to be in order to do it. So I don't know if maybe he didn't have the right amount of cells away. He has 6 AP. I thought he had me at that point. You know, I thought I was done. But he manages to, I guess maybe he didn't have enough range for it. Maybe it is that close, and I'm just thinking it's a lot. It has more range than it actually does. But at this point, I try to finish him off. It's do or die. It's either I kill him or he kills me next turn instantly because of that new move they have. So what I do here is I do Choppy Wake, I believe it's called. I should have buffed myself first so I could deal a little more damage, and then I do 2 backwashes. Each backwash hit him, well, that one right there hit him for 1081, and the next one finishes him off. So I would say this, I am going to say this, a pushback fog is good. it is not great. I am probably 50% right now on wins and losses. Now I am still trying to learn the fog in general, the new pushback fog, and I have been away from playing a while, and a lot of other characters got a lot of new moves. So this is another cat, another Eka that I'm facing. I could have sworn it was a panda. My mistake. But yeah, I'm pretty much 50-50 on fights. They're also, I'm still getting used to all the changes that other classes have gotten, so that could be it as well. I deal pushback damage with Choppy Wake. I do a backwash, deals another 847. So cats are very difficult. They are they are really nice. And at this point, I need to heal myself as much as I can while still having him in certain angles. So I put the lifesaver there. Lifesaver heals are decent. They're not what they used to be. It does seem like they have changed a little bit. It heals 288. He runs up close. He's basically gonna try and get as close as possible. He does perception, which buffs him and heals him. I will say this: a lot of classes now have a lot of abilities with their moves. Like the mask can heal with some of his moves and take dodge and take lock and steal MP while healing. Ekkas can heal and buff with the same moves and things like that. A lot of classes have a lot of they could do a lot of things with certain moves, and then there's a lot of classes that are pretty much bare minimum. Like I understand Fog is a strong class, but he doesn't, like there's certain moves where guys will buff themselves, will heal themselves while dealing damage and taking away lock. And I just feel like that's a little too overpowered for certain classes. But I deal as much pushback damage as I can. I deal 1,039 with that backwash, which is pretty nice. Heal myself with the tag turn again. So yeah, I hope Ankama does take a look at some of the classes and tries to level them off just a little bit more. I do feel like there are some slight adjustments that they can do in order to level out the classes just a little bit more. My favorite class is a sack. I will be bringing the sack to the channel soon. I'm just doing a couple more calls with a fog, and then I'll transfer everything over to the sack. I love sacks. I still feel like, yes, they did get stronger, but they do need a little something else to them. So this is the fight. I finished him off. I actually managed to win against 2 cats. I have lost against a lot of cats, a lot of Ekkas. Tell me what you guys think. I will be bringing the set to the channel soon, and a couple more calls along with it. Leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on what you guys thought and how it went. Thank you. Peace.